So today we're here to rep your tribe, legendary B-Boy Remind, aka Ariston Ripoyla.
One. Yeah,
what's up,
brother.
So how things been?
Blessed, especially being here. This is another testimony to the blessings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just recognizing those. So everywhere I'm at, I'm just feeling blessed.
That's
you know
love.
what I mean?
I remember the first time I met you, and the first time I heard about you was in Las Vegas. And they were talking about Battle of the Year 1997. And they started talking about Strategic Monsters video that was coming out. And you were this is pre-internet. So I did almost like ghost stories and these urban myths. And I was like, man, I got to meet Remind one day. And they're like, he's the best B-boy in the world. Remind's the best, you know? And I was like, wow, I got to meet him. And it took probably like 5 years. And then I ended up in Albuquerque bringing some paint. And I found out, I knew you were there, part of a theater show. And I walked in, and I remember you were sitting there painting, just had one of your canvases there. And you were painting, like a beautiful indigenous woman, in your mind's eye. And that was when I connected with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And I was like, wait a minute. Half tomahawk, half butterfly? I was like, oh, I think I get what he's talking about. I was like, Filipino, that's that native Filipino connect, right? I was like, but yeah, let's talk about that, the indigenous, the roots. And I noticed during that time you're honoring your roots, and it was nonstop after that.
Yeah, I remember that all those times, and people can. I'm grateful that there's good words spread about me like that. You know what I mean? Where they said I was the best and all that. That's for them. You know what I mean? And that's great energy for me, because I know what I was putting out there was being received. And what I was just putting out there is the spirit of freedom. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like I've always wanted to represent. And then through that, through being activated through hip hop definitely it made me recognize my native roots, because it definitely would lead you back, because you'll start remembering culture, and then that's where the just remind that where it came from. And, I don't see breaking so far out into as what tribes were doing already.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Or hip hop in general, the jam, the powwow, the rockin', the dancing for prayer, dancing for thanksgiving, and so, man. So I think that's, and it's grateful to connect with another brother that is activated on that level, that you receive that energy in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some people are going to receive it another way. You received it in that way. Yeah, I got activated, brother, through the powers of the Most High, who blessed the culture of hip hop at a time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where we were receiving messages that we didn't know we were receiving.
True.
You know what I mean? We was just actually just reacting, like cause and effect. Yeah. Play the drum and your people will come, was what,
that is real.
Bambaataa said one time. You know what I mean? So I believed in that, and I still, everything about us is tribe. Everything about us is tribe. Everything we do is about tribe. I don't know if there's many of us left, but that's what's programmed in the DNA. Yeah, you know what I mean. So we're always going to try to make Tioshpie. You know what I mean? Circle, family, protection. So I know you received that, brother, because when you look at me break, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, you know what I mean? It is. I'm bringing it together. Bring the tribe together. It's okay. Dance. Yeah. Represent. It's the war's over. The victory. Receive victory. Yeah. You know what I mean? Wow. Like celebrate. We won. Yeah. And you know, we had just received the victory. You know what I mean? Like received that he's already given you that. And I didn't know what I'm doing. It's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I
true.
mean?
No, it's real. Man, that's amazing. I had a really profound experience when I first met you. And I think it was only like 24 hours later, like we wanted to sweat. We wanted to cleanse ourselves and recreate at that moment. And we found a sweat by like 5 p.m. that day, remember?
Hey, and that sweat,
Yeah.
that was a sweat, boy. That was a Lakota sweat, right?
Yep, it was initiation. You went 5 rounds, and I was dying on the 4th. The first time I ever sweated, I was out on the 2nd. And I was like wondering how you're gonna take it. And I remember each time you're getting more powered. And out the 4th one, you're like, oh, I feel good. I could do 90 right now. I'm ready to battle. And I was like, man, I'm about to go to sleep. Man, Mimi's. I think I'm good. You know?
Yo.
And you kept powering up. And then we went the 5th round. Yeah. And I was like, man, Remind is like spiritually strong right now.
Yeah. That's yo. You know, even still, it keeps growing because it's not like I'm gaining. You know what I mean? I'm actually releasing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's weird because we think of gaining as, you know what I mean, getting more things. Ooh. But actually gaining is getting rid of things. and you know what I mean? So I thought that time
makes sense.
I wanted to be efficient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's real.
And the spirit was just calling. I got activated. The DNA got activated. I'm telling you, you can only head spin for so long. You can only 90 for so long. You can only rock and shock the body for so long before it starts. There's results.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And those results are activations. Those results are remembrance and consciousness. And then you start inducing states of consciousness through these dance.
Wow.
So we thought we were just having fun and impressing each other and stuff. And then all of a sudden it would turn into a rhythm. And all of a sudden you got it, you know, and all of a sudden this started happening.
Yeah.
And the spine jerking back and forth like a macaw.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all the way back and forth. So when the sacred sciences come in, you become an alchemist, you become controlling your chemicals, you become inducing, you know what I mean? Endorphins and like all this movement, you know what I mean? Like it's inducing like these reactions. So yeah, man, it did something to me. It made me remember who I was. Yeah. Because a lot of times we're taught to be ashamed that we're native. Yeah. You know what I mean? True. And a lot of times we are ashamed of the native because sometimes we were exposed to things at a young age that we weren't proud of. Yeah. And that happened in our family with our bloodline. Yeah. You know what I mean? So as I turned like 18, 19, all the breaking and hip hop I was doing, it was activating me. And so around that time, you were at my first sweat lodge. Yeah. So brother, that's a breakthrough. You know what I mean? Yep. You were there at the breakthrough. We were strong. That was a strong, that's probably the strongest one I've ever been to.
Probably, it hurt, yeah.
I'm serious. That was like the one. That was the pipeline. That felt like the fiber optics. Like that's where the you know what I mean? Yeah. The tunnel was burrowed. Like it burrowed the fiber optics in me right there. You know what I mean? Like cleaned my pipes. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's really real. And you know what's a trip, man? It's like studying behavioral health. And you know, when I talk about trauma and having to release that trauma, it's like you got to dig into your soul, that soul memory, and pull out, you know, that place where all the trauma happens. And it's almost like arrowhead, right? And it's like it goes in, but when you pull out, you mean it pulls it all out. One. Yeah. Right? And it's like, I felt like breaking with you and ciphering with you and learning hip hop, you know what I mean? Through your way, I feel like that's what it did for me. And that's what happened.
Oh, bless up, bro. Bless up.
Because that's how I'm taking it.
Because you know what? Man, that's what I wanted to be received. And that's what I guess is happening. That is what's happening to us, right? We're healing. We're healing and we're releasing. And we're activating and we're remembering at the same time. You know what I mean? So it's like, this beyond breaking, beyond housing, beyond hip hop, beyond New Jack Swing, beyond all of that. the body mechanics, the sacred geometry of the human body. You know what I mean? You know, we cleanse it. You know what I mean? Cleanse it so it can flow, so it can work properly. Wow. And that sweat lodge, you know, definitely set me on a path where I just wanted to know more. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I got cleansed of the bull. You know what I mean? Like my energy field got cleansed of the things that I had kept on me. So for you to be there, you know, I've always looked and spread hip hop is healing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's going to lead you down that healing path. If you're doing it right, other folks do it for reasons. You know what I mean? Even myself, I've abused it. You know what I mean? It's a power. You know what I mean? Culture's a power. So when you have this power, what are you going to use it for? You can use it to manifest. Yep. And so when you learn that, you understand like, wow, this is very sacred. You know what I mean? How can I come from a kid downtown right here, Skid Row? Yeah. You know what I mean? To make a global impact. That I was, you know how I found out? I found out that my prayers were answered. That's how all of that happened. Wow. It's the power of prayer, the power of asking. Ooh. Yeah. You know what I mean? And receiving. Yeah. I didn't know how it was going to come, but for me to make that impact on you shows that prayer was received, you know what I mean? And granted. Yep. Because that's what I said. I said, Lord, help me, and you know, I'll be an inspiration. I came all the way from the Bay Area to Albuquerque with no vehicle just to meet up with you. And phase 2, I think, was there. And just to give as an offering. I was even part of the theater show, and I wanted to be I wanted to be part of that, you know? But you were there. Ooh, phase 2, man. That's what I mean. Like we got blessed. We're getting blessed, and we're getting blessed more and more. And as time goes on, me being in this age now, I'm very grateful. You know what I mean? To make it, and I'm receiving it. I'm receiving this age in a good way because I understand a lot more and I appreciate a lot more. Yeah. Especially the beings. Yeah. You know what I mean? The beings, the people, the energies, beyond any matter. You know what I mean? It's about that energy, man, and those people holding energy. And I start to see people as like just these fields, you know what I mean? And appreciate it while they're around because they're not always around for too long. Yep, it's real spirit. You know what I mean? These quasars are burning, you know what I mean? And while they're burning, you got to get that warmth and that glow from them, you know what I mean? Because, you know, but people who are activated, you know, and are recognizing that, so. One thing that always resonated with me is when I was talking about being a being like that, is how you perceive music, right? And you were talking about how the body's, I'm going to let you explain it because that always it put me on a different level. Yeah, well, you know, we're water. You know what I mean? We are water. You know what I mean? People only say you're this much percentage water and something, but that's not the truth. We are water. That's what we are. So you put a glass of water on a speaker and watch what happens to that water. You know what I mean? It's going to react in a certain geometric pattern. That how heavy the water is, how thin the water is, it's going to act differently. But it's going to make this geometry that's accordance to the cause and the effect. So all this time listening to music, I didn't know going to raves and being at the speakers. You know what I mean? I didn't know what it was doing to me. You know what I mean? But I was being hit with cymatics. Yeah. And it was hitting me. You know what I mean? And it was reprogramming me and unlocking a lot of cellular memory, I believe. Yeah. And there's no one who taught me this. You know, there's no taught. The music hit me, and then you just, you know what I mean? Like you can't teach that. It's a response. And so as that vibration hits you, you become it. And if you allow it, you know, a lot of people, they fight it because they're scared because it's, you know, it's a scary thing. Yep. So they fight it and they're like, and it's hitting them and it's like there's resistance. So they're aging faster. They're wear and tear. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot. So, but if they open to it, I guess I was open to it. It may sound crazy because at that point in my life, I was very suicidal. Makes sense. So when it went to the speaker, it's weird because they were like, don't go to the speaker. You're going to blow up your eardrums. You know what I'm saying? So we would just be like, nah, we're gonna go right on the speaker. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna dance on the speaker. We're gonna be right next to the speaker. We're gonna hear this shit, like blow our eardrums out.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was happening. We got affected by like all the music from the 80s and the 90s that way.
Wow.
You know what I mean? From the house to the hip hop to the breaks, Fat Boys to you know what I mean? To you name it. All that shit come out. And so yeah, the water can be programmed. So now I'm programmed with it.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Do you know what I'm saying? So water holds more memory than anything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's an infinite hard drive.
Oh.
Each water crystal.
Oh.
So now I'm embedded. You know what I mean? Like I'm a super super quantum physics processor. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to hip hop culture, when it comes to heavy metal 80s, you know what I mean? When it comes to like all the stuff we've been exposed to.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it. And as it, you know, I just feel like, see, this is how I'm looking at it at 40. Yeah. I probably would have told you something different at 30.
True.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But at 40, this is how I look at it. I see the cymatics. I match the science.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, man, this has got to be explained.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because people got to know it's deeper, not just the show, not just the thing. It's like not just the move, not just the trick. Mm-hmm. You know, it's actually being a phenomenon. You know, being a phenomenon to where it was like, I remember where they were like, when I would spin on my head, my dad and my auntie, they'd be like, no. You know what I mean? Like I was gonna die. I remember they'd be like, no, like stop. And I'd be like, you know what I mean? So I couldn't wait to get away from them and get a piece of paper and spin on my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a phenomenon.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
A windmill is a phenomenon.
It is.
These things are phenomenal. You know what I mean? So that's what I talk about. That's what I want. That's what we are. And that's what I want everyone to feel like, you know, because we're here for this time. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I don't know what happened to me, but if I could spread this medicine, the good feelings that I receive from this, that makes me do it daily, you know what I mean? That makes me dedicate my life to it in a good way. And like I said, I see it as a healthy thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I want to spread that health and wealth to everybody. I want everybody to get into it. You know what I mean? I want everyone to know about, from grandmothers. I want to teach old people about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? About this sacred dance style. You know what I mean? That can actually, you know, improve your health. Yeah, that's real. You know, your mental, your spiritual, and your physical well-being. Yep. Because you have to be aligned to be, you know, to actually get the effect. You know what I mean? The glow, like Bruce Leroy. Ooh. You know what I mean? Like achieving the glow. Like that was a good movie that they explained it. The glow. It's real, huh? Yeah, it's the glow. True. There was sometimes, I'm not even lying, y'all. There was sometimes where I was in the circle, bro, and I caught it. Yep. I caught the weightlessness. You know what I'm saying? For like, and it's not long, but it's euphoric. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I caught it for about a good, like the longest I stayed on that euphoric, I remember. No, there's runs. I've done runs on that 5, so at least 30 seconds. But I remember one phenomenal time, probably like 6 seconds. Yeah. But for that feeling of those 6 seconds of when I caught weightlessness was what I always rushed for. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm always like, when I go in, it's like, could this be it? You know what I mean? Because could this be that special moment? Yep. Yep. You know what I mean? Where I catch that feeling, or that one spot where I do this move that I didn't even know I could do. I just believed in myself in that moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. This one time you just throw yourself into a 90 and just catch a good, nice, like 8 slow. Like slow, not gymnastic ones, no, faith ones. Ones you didn't practice. You didn't have nowhere to practice. This shit was on faith. Yeah. This wasn't practiced 1,000 times. This is like, shit, I'm going for it. I don't know how to do the move, but I'm gonna go for it.
Yep.
That's a whole big difference thing than these kids training over and over the proper technique to get a 90.
Yeah.
So that feeling that when I touched that at a young age,
Yep.
it was over. It
Dang.
was over. I was like, I'm a junkie now.
Yeah.
I'm a junkie for this. I'm a junkie for this cipher. I'm going
real.
to catch that again. I know I'm going to catch, and I've caught it. You know what I mean? Like I said, sometimes I expanded it to 30 seconds one time. You know what I mean?
You know what? Well, check this. What if you caught it on like a certain song? It was almost like the same song or the same artist every time.
Yeah. Hey, I mean,
You know?
that artist is going to pull that thing out of you that you're definitely.
Right.
And then you know what's dope?
Yeah.
Is you can become a part of the band. You know what I mean?
For real.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's dope when you really tap in to whatever song. Now I'm a part of the James Brown. Now I'm part of you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is that
You know
what
what I'm
it
saying?
is?
Clive Stubblefield. Now I'm in the band. You know what I mean? Like when I dance this shit, I'm in the band.
That's right. That's real.
You know what I mean? So now I'm in Scorpio. Like I'm in Dennis Coffee right now. Like when I dance to this shit, we're a part of the band. We're a part of this whole show.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? So then you could tap into that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like all kinds of stuff. Like I said, it manifested. Like Freestyle Fellowship, we danced to them so much we became members.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like
Yeah, you're right.
It's just like, yeah, we're homies now. We're brothers. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know,
makes sense.
that's how you become a part of it. You just get involved. You know, same thing with hip hop.
Yeah.
Get involved. Get involved. Get involved.
I love the art that you're doing.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
If you were to leave anything behind handmade, what do you think that would be for the next 7 generations to be like, oh, wow, look what I found?
A lightsaber.
It's so sick.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
A lightsaber. That's what you leave for the generations. You know what I'm saying? Cut through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Cut through the granite, cut through all of those just zzz, zzz, zzz. You know what I mean? And you know, of course, only a chosen few can hold it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But leaving a lightsaber for the next 7 generations because they're gonna need it. You know what I mean? That's what we need to. You know what I'm saying? In a form of what?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, something like that for sure. A lightsaber.
That is real spit.
You know what I mean?
Hey, so check this one out.
Powered by consciousness.
Yeah, seriously, that's tight.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, check this one out. Let's see. If you had the world's attention for like 1 minute, the world's attention, all longitudes and latitudes are pointed at you right now. Right here. Second story, downtown Stockton. What would you say?
I say, give the land back to the natives. You know what I'm saying? Easy. You know what I mean?
Easy.
That's it.
Yeah.
Give the land back.
Bet.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be cool. You know what I mean? Like, we can still have problems in the world, but just give it back. You know what I mean? We can still have all kinds of problems in the world. Just give it back because they don't know how to take care of it.
Wow.
That's why. You know what I mean? That's why. That the people who take care of it take care of it. You know what I mean? That's all. That's all we want to do is our job. God made a farmer. You know what I mean? Like when he made this creation, he was like, okay, now I need someone to take care of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then he put us here. So he put that man here. He's supposed to take care of it.
Yeah.
And they don't want him in his position. So I say, yeah, give him back his land so he could take care of it.
Yeah.
Give him back his water and his streams.
Wow.
And his waterfalls so he could take care of it.
Wow.
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who's this guy? Where he go? Who's this guy? I don't know him. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know him, right?
Right.
We don't know him.
For sure.
So what was he doing with our land?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's thinking for, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Just put that forward. Like, I'm that guy.
Bet. That's real life. That's
You know
real
what I mean?
spirit.
For the medicine.
Yeah.
Medicine people for the next 7 generations. You know what I'm saying? Stand up for your land.
That's
you know
real.
what I mean? Stand
That's
up for
real.
your water. Stand up for your air. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Stand up for everything that is inheritedly yours. And don't let no one take that from you. You know what I mean? No thing, no being, no computer, no thought. You know what I mean? Take that away from you. That's yours. That is given to you by the power of the Most High. And no one can take that from you. And no one has the right to. And you know what? If they try, good will conquer evil. You will always prevail over him. But you have to exercise your right first. You know what I mean? That right is to exercise your right to your inheritance. And that's life.
Wow.
You know what I mean? That's the breath, that's the water, that's the air, that's the space, that's the animals, that's the things, that's the, you know what I mean? So that's what we're doing, you know what I mean? Beyond hip hop or beyond whatever labels there are, that's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we were made in his likeness, so what else is there to, you know what I mean? What else is there to do? You know what I mean? We were made in his likeness, so we got the technology of the Most High. So what are you gonna do with that? You know what I mean? This is all. This is, you know what I mean? Like we got it, we possess it, and it's technology. It's the most sophisticated technology known in the galaxies. So what are you gonna do with that? That's what I'm gonna tell the generations. What are you gonna do with all that?
Wow.
You know what I mean? When you got the technology, the most highest technology in the world, are you going to use it for good or are you going to use it for bad? Are you going to use it to create or are you going to use it to destroy? But it's up to you because you got nuclear atomic energy. You know what I mean? And each one of us has it. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure people be responsible with their powers. You know what I mean? Because they matter a whole lot.
Wow.
Every single one of us matter a whole lot. And we affect the time-space fabric. Each one of us does in the same way. It's like a spider. You know what I'm saying? When he weaves his web, you know what I mean? Spider could be over here and here, and they're still talking because they're talking through vibration. When that one shakes, he's gonna feel. He's gonna feel when that one hit. That's what we all are. You know what I mean? So anything we do in this fabric is gonna affect everybody.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Every movement we make, every thought we have. So I want people to understand that power that they possess.
Yeah.
Be responsible with that nuclear energy that you have here, this nuclear power plant. You know what I mean? This right here, these important capsules. You know what I'm saying? Energy. Like, you know, you got it here, man. And if you can channel it, you know what I mean? You, like you said, you can use it for good. I want to use it for good.
That's
You know what
love,
I'm saying?
man.
I want to use it for healing and remembering, reminding. That's why the affirmation's been there, remind. Because you got to remember who you are. It's not like gaining some new knowledge. No. Just remember who you are. Just remember where you come from. There's all the knowledge you're going to need. You're not going to need to attain anymore because we were already programmed with it. It's already down. It's already in there. It's built in. You know what I mean? It's built in. And that's all I want to do is I want to just activate. You know what I mean? Activate your quantum processor. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
That's real.
Spaceship.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
Shit. On that note, any shout outs before we take this home?
Shouts out to the Most High and the King of Kings, Yahshua, Yahweh, all his names, Jesus Christ. That's who I want to shout out because, you know, without him, you know what I mean? None of us can be celebrating. You know what I mean? Because we got to receive that victory through the Most High. And, you know, I want to give love to love itself. You know what I mean? Love is a vibration that everyone feels. It don't belong to you or me. It's something that we bring ourselves up to be. You know what I mean? And we all gather on a vibration of love. So that beautiful vibration, you know what I mean? So that's all I want to promote, you know? One love, heal the nations, rep your tribe, Lakota, Cheyenne, worldwide tribe, you know what I'm saying? Pinoys, B-boys, you know what I'm saying? All of y'all out there, respect.
Peace.
One love.
Hey.
Yo, bless up. See, good vibes. Yeah.
That was good. That was so dope.
Yeah, we had little like walk-ins and stuff, but
it's all good.
Nah, bless up, Randy, for spreading those